sorry, let's try that again. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me all okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and once again, howdy to Donald Griffith and happy birthday to Mr. Texas. Thank you very much for having us today. My name's Maureen Shepherd, this is John Shepherd, and we came with Dan, who's just handed you the handouts. We came last year and were very happy to be in San Diego and had a really good time in California. Thanks again for having us there. And what we did was we talked to you and we listened, and we would like to show you what we've come up with after we listened to you, and we're here again to talk to you and to listen to you, which is why I'm wearing my t-shirt again, so you know who to talk to and who to come to, and Dan's wearing his t-shirt. So let's start. We want to be your record keeper, and this is what we want to do for you. We have created a standalone ABC record system on a robust and resilient platform with a managed and maintained service, and support and continual enhancement, meaning that we want to talk to you, we want to hear what you want, and we want to build on that. And you should all have a handout now so that you don't have to take notes, or you can take your notes on top of that. So the handouts are all slides that we will be presenting here. As your record keeper, we will update your results within 24 hours, including the suspensions. You can send us the results as usual. Most of you are already doing it via results@boxrec.com, or you can fax us, or you can get a password and update them yourselves. This system that John and I are presenting is not a mock-up. It's a system that is working, that is live. We've come with our laptops, and we're happy to demonstrate it for you. We've got a table out there so you can come and get your login for your commission and see what it looks like for your commission. It will work on the laptops, the computers, and your mobile phones, so any device, anywhere, anytime, 24/7. So it's based on our architecture, and it's reliable and resilient, meaning it'll be live on the net as you are used from us, that we're always live on the net, we're always there. So if at 3 o'clock in the morning you want to go and check out Fighter, you can do that. You can log into the ABC system and you can have a look at these suspensions. Data, system and security. To tell you everything about that, I brought John along, who's programmed the system together with Dan, and that'll be on the next slide. So, managed and continually updated servers, a hot standby, daily backups, and an audit history with rollback function. I think this is...
Hi, I'm John. This is really boring bit, but the technical security, we take it very seriously. The website BoxRec.com is, as I speak, it will be under attack from either a Chinese or a Russian or a Korean or some African or some Nigerian hacker. It's a continual thing, and we are subscribe to alerts, we keep on top of things, and we sandbox things, which we put different data under different levels of security to stop people from getting to it. And when I say touch wood, the server's never been compromised. We've seen people trying to attack it, but they've never got through. But even if somebody does get through, we have got what's called hardened layers of technical security, which stops them getting down to the data and stops them being able to have the worst case scenario, change the data. We do take it very seriously. The only way you can stop somebody trying to get to your data is not to put it on the internet, and that obviously negates the whole point of having a website. So I cannot stress to you strongly how seriously we take the integrity and security of our data and of your data, which we hold already. The commission reports that you send to us, they all go into the system, and we can show you them all on the live system, but it is below a level of security, so the general public cannot see your data. You have to be logged in, and we can give you, obviously, the read access to your data, so you can view it yourselves, although at the moment you can't modify your own data, but there's no reason that we can't technically allow you to do that at some future stage. More boring stuff. Okay, so the data that we maintain is in a relational database, which means that you can look at it in very many different ways. You're only limited by your imagination. So we can give you reports to your heart's content. We can overwhelm with your reports about your data. So if I know there's several commissions here today that have asked for data reports to be sent to them, and we've done that. We're very happy to do that. We're very happy to format the data. We're happy to send you your data in whatever format you wish. It's your data. It belongs to you. We're just the transit mechanism.
So I'm going to tell you about the real exciting things. I'm really excited about the system. I think it looks good, it works, and it's got a lot of functionality that we know you want. So this is a schedule and a results page. You can view your commission schedule and results, as well as all those other US commissions. The schedule includes the BSI scores, which was one of the requirements that we had been given by the committee that talked about the boxing registry. It includes the records and any suspensions for each boxer. There on the screen online, you can approve or reject about. If you reject about, we can set it so that the matchmaker or the promoter will get the notification of your rejection. And this screen also allows you to view the change history of all bouts and events, meaning that if your fellow commissioner is logged on the day before and he's changed something, you can click on the little icon and see what he's done, or she. There you go, the screen. If you reject about, if you accept about, you don't have to say anything, but if you reject it, we ask you to give a reason, or the system asks you to give a reason. This is, again, our proposal. It's not something that you have to do, but we thought it would be nice. This is an example of a boxes page as it looks in the ABC system. On the top you see the Nevada Athletic Commission. We've just pretended we're the Nevada Athletic Commission since we're hosted here today. So if you log in as a different commission, then on the top you will see the name of your commission. So you can see the boxes page, including his suspensions there. Again, you can see the BSI, the federal ID, and his biographical data. But I think the important bit here is to see the suspensions, start date, end date, and the comments if there is one. The boxes pages, as well as all other pages, can be printed. Oh, just let's go back one step. I forgot to say here, if you see that little red flag there, have I got a pointer? I've got a pointer. See that little red flag here? That means that this boxer will be suspended on the day of the show. This is just an example. This boxer wasn't suspended on the day of the show, but we had to show you how the red flag would work. And this one, the yellow flag, that's a boxer who was suspended at the moment, but on the day of the show he will be cleared again. So we were on the boxes page and the scores. The next page that we have created is every official has his or her own page with if it's an official with the shows that he or she has worked, and also with every commissioner also has the page. Then if you want to email him or phone him, depending what the person's put into the system, you can see you can remind yourself of the happy faces and the contact details. Now, important for you is to know who's the boxer, or what's his name, what's he done so far. So there is a page with the Boxer search. You can refine the search on the top there. Oops, sorry. And you can define it by your commission, so you can see a list of all of your boxes, or you can see a list of all the boxes of the another state federation commission, or you can search the entire ABC database. And obviously we filled the ABC database with the data that we already have of your boxes. We already know their federal IDs, we know their birthdays and all the data. And here, what we thought, we heard from you last year is that you can create a new boxer yourself. So you can upload, get a new federal ID, which is unique. Again, we can do it further so that you can upload everything yourself, including the picture and everything you need to know about the boxer. Now, again, we're talking a lot about suspensions today, and I think it's very important. This screen here shows the latest suspension given by a commission. So you can choose between either to see your boxes that are suspended by any given state, or you can choose to see the suspensions that you've lately given out. One of the other requirements that we heard from you was that you wanted us to create reports. So we've done so. John already said that there were a few member states who've asked us for reports on rounds, on officials, and we have done so. So please don't hesitate to come and see us and talk about your specific needs for any kind of reports. At the moment, what we've put there is the Boxer BSI report. This shows the BSI scores and the breakdown of the scores for boxers licensed by a commission. And we've also created an official report which shows the number of bouts and length of bouts that officials have officiated for a given commission. So we can, as I said, build the reports, including the charts, graphs and export features. But obviously you need to tell us what kind of reports you want, we'll do them for you. This is an example of a BSI report. And an example of the report of officials working in Nevada. So I've been going through the top menu on the side, and here, so we've seen schedule and results, the boxes, the suspensions, and we've seen the reports, and now we're on to the directory. So we've created a directory of commissions, so that, again, if you want to talk to each other, you have this data here, and you can fill out and change your own contact details. And as all the data, you can export this data or print it, because this is not our data, this is your data. So the system, again, please come and see us, we'd like to demonstrate it, but there's more to do. So we've already said in one of the former slides that we've got an API feed, which means that we can bring together the MMA and the Boxer databases. With that feed, we can export our data onto a different website, or we can create a new website altogether, which then has a Boxer searching for MMA and boxing. I've just told you we can do the custom reports and work on you to define and build usable reports, and we can create the federal ID cards, which is the registration and upload image, and if you tell us how you want them printed, we'll make that possible for you as well. Obviously, the suspensions, it's important for you to know, but it's important for the promoters to get to know the suspensions as well. So, although the ABC system is a system just for the commissions, the promoters will not be able to log in there and see all the data, but we will be able to give them the suspension report that they need in order to hold the show correctly. We've put down some final thoughts and told you that this is a working system. which works on computer, laptop, tablet and mobile that we'd like to see for you to come and see us. We have been given criteria and we believe that we can fulfill all those criteria, which is the commission system which we have built just for you. The medical database, the suspension system, we've got the commission backup service, we're available 24/7. And we again wanted to stress that we would like to be your record keeper and we will keep your records in the way that you need us to keep those records. So if you can tell us what you want in your system, then we will create it. And I think we have shown in the past that we can create the reports and the data that you need, and that data is what we're all about. We already said we're offering the solution at no cost to you, including the maintenance, the support and further development. And have I forgotten something? So, again, please come and see us, talk to us, email us, phone us, come in person. And with that, I have used 16 minutes and 30 seconds.
I hope we've fulfilled. Am I allowed to answer questions? I'll take a question.
A series of questions.
Please stand up.
First,
Thank you, Pat.
I have a series of questions. I'll speak loudly, if you don't mind.
I'll get a mic.
One has to do with the BSI scores. Is it possible for me to read? What's the categories of the BSI scores?
Well, the BSI scores are determined according to the formula given to us by the ABC. We just implemented their formula.
Okay.
It's not our formula, it's your formula.
I'm clear. Can you get the ability to pull up on these services?
If we connect the laptop to the internet, we can do it. Dan, could you pull up a live?
If it's connected.
If it's connected to the internet.
I'll move to the next question.
Okay.
Somebody puts a suspension on one of the commissions. Who in your system has the ability to remove that suspension?
The system. Are you talking about this system or the system that exists already on
The
BoxRec?
ABCs.
The ABC system. Well, at the moment, only we have the right access to it. We can give the commissions right access if the commissions are happy to have the right access. Yeah. Sorry.
Who has to contact you of this group here to have the suspension removed? Any
Well,
commission? One commission?
The commission who gave out the suspension.
Now, the last question of one take is why is there two systems? This is all public. Everybody here, except for the tribes, are public agencies. So the ABC data is historically been public.
Yes.
Why are there two systems? Because people that are not necessarily commissioners also need this data. Like that.
Yes, that's a good point. The data is paid for by the American taxpayer. It's given to us for free, and we give it back via BoxRec for free. So all the information that we are given, we give back through BoxRec for free. This is a system for the ABC commissions to administer their data. We do not. We are still going to give all the results for free to anybody that uses BoxRec, and anybody that uses BoxRec. If you're happy with it, we will also flag up if a boxer is suspended. We used to do it. We will flag up if the boxer is suspended, and we will make those suspensions available to the matchmakers, to promoters, and to the public. If you're happy with us to do that.
Well, some of the data that is on there is not necessarily in the public domain. I don't think anybody in America needs to know whether or not Mr. Jacques needs a head scan or what kind he needs. They need to know, they need to know that he's suspended, and we're happy to give out that information. But it's private medical records. Yeah. Well, again, this is your system. If that's what you want, then we have the ability to do it, and we will do it.
Bob?
Yes, I have a question. First of all, like I said, I use your system quite frequently, and it's a big help to me in improving matches, improving bouts. But I am curious, and we've had a brief conversation about this.
Example, the most statistical accuracy for a TKO is an additional 85 points. And we know that because we run the data rigorously through the system, and we plot the accuracy of the outcomes. And at the moment, we are, I believe it's 81.3% accurate. So if you see a boxer that's got a lower rating fighting a boxer with a higher rating, 81.3% of the time, the boxer with a higher rating will win that bout. Sorry, yes, Bob?
Yes, if I may. If you give X amount of points depending on the outcome of the fight, how do you determine that fighter's opponent? That fighter's opponent, could be 20-0, but hasn't faced any, significant competition versus the other fighter has. So, is there some way to differentiate between that? Just from my own knowledge when I'm approving bouts. I don't mean to put you on the spot, I'm just very interested.
No, all I can say is that the algorithm is rigorously tested. We know our ratings are good. I can give you an example. We were given, with negotiations with a statistician, and we were given a dump of a large betting company's boxing bets database. We were given this dump. It was 10 years worth of boxing bets, which we filtered down into 300,000 individual bets. And then we filtered that to work out how accurate were the bets. And the bets were 84% accurate, and we are 81% accurate. If we got another 3%, I'd be on the French Riviera. But we're squeezing the accuracy all the time. If we change the algorithm and it's 0.0001% more accurate, we will go with the more accurate algorithm. And of course, a few boxes will go up and a few boxes will go down, and the boxes that go up are very happy, and the boxes that go down will never let's see the end of it. But we ensure that the ratings are statistically accurate. That doesn't mean that to a boxing insider they are correct, because the boxing insider might know, hey, this guy's not been training, he's overweight, he's killing himself to make the weight, he should be the favourite but he's not, I'm going to bet on him. The system doesn't have inside knowledge like that, which is why we'll never beat the bookmakers. But it is accurate, I believe it's accurately as humanly possible that we can get it.
And just, I'm sorry, to answer your question about the stars, I've brought up the rating page where we explain our ratings. You can see the mass formula there, and you can also see how many points a boxer needs to have to be in the top 100, and how many how many stars he's got because of how many points he's got. Obviously, the points are different for every weight class because there's so many people in it. Different people are in different weight classes, so it's different amount per person in the minimum weight.
That's an important thing. A caveat that I need to add that the ratings only work for tight divisions. So in our rating system, you cannot compare a flyweight to a heavyweight. You cannot compare to a heavyweight of 2015 to a heavyweight of 1955. There's no way to statistically measure the accuracy of that. So although on BoxRec.com we have a pound for pound list and we have an all-time pound for pound list, that is just, it's based on our ratings, but there's no way to test the validity of it. So I cannot say as a fact that, for example, that Lennox Lewis is better than Joe Lewis. It's just, there's no way that you can statistically come to that conclusion. The ratings are only valid for current boxers within tight divisions. So you can maybe go one or two divisions either side. If you go further than that, they don't make sense. You can't compare a flyweight with a heavyweight.
Maybe it does. No, I just wanted to thank you because BoxRec is one of the many tools I use to approve fights. So, thank you. Or not approve.
And you can do that live on the system now if you want to. Well, thank you very much for your time again. Oh, sorry.
So, we all use BoxRec in this room every day, many times. So, I know the answer to this. Sometimes I get frustrated. Sometimes I get frustrated when I hear people say, well, the records are crap. How many of you guys have heard that? I've heard that. Everybody's heard that. Can you just kind of walk the membership through the green check mark and the red X a little bit? Because that's helpful, and it's the same. Everybody uses the MMA database in here too. I would equate that to be the same thing as the NSF beside the other side. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Yes, there are three check marks next to about. You'll often see a green check mark or a red cross, and very occasionally you might see a yellow warning sign. The green check mark means that we've received the official commission report for that show. We've uploaded the report to our system so it's available online, and then we've locked the show down so no further changes can be made to that show. So if you see a green check mark, you know that that show, the information has been verified against the commission report. If you see a red check mark, it means we've received the information either by watching it on television, from numerous editors that we've got around the world, that we've entered it into the system because we believe it's accurate. We've no reason not to believe it's accurate, but we have not yet received, or we do not receive a commission report, so we've not marked it as commission accurate. A yellow exclamation mark means that this was a rogue show. It featured boxers that are actually boxing in legitimate commission shows. So legitimate commissions, we feel, need to know about this rogue show. There are an awful lot of rogue shows that go off around the world that claim to be professional boxing that we do not record because these boxers do not fight in the same pool of boxers that all the other boxers fight in, and we think if we record them, we're just giving them credibility. So that explains what whichever myself.
I just brought up the last show in Nevada, and you can see that we've received the commission report, and so the show is locked, and on the bottom of every page you will see the explanation again, verified, unverified, unsanctioned.
Showing membership, the full veil, the full drop down, showing different round scores. Maybe that's something that needs to do because the system did change a while back. You can drop down and see the individual judges' scores. The commission turns that in. Different rounds. There's a lot of information on the BoxRec pumping system.
Dan, could you pull up the live system for us? Has anybody else got a question? Oh, sorry.
Neil from Kentucky. My question is, how many states are you not getting the results from? Because how many states are you not getting the results from? Because our secretary was actually not sending them to you.
Yeah, I had it.
And recently begin to send those.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I'm just asking how accurate are they since you've not received it?
Yeah, you're asking to make myself very unpopular now, aren't you? It used to be that when I got a commission report from the state, I was very happy, and now it's the situation is that when I don't get a commission report, I'm very worried. There are some commissions that I don't feel comfortable naming people. There are some commissions that will not send to us, but if we ask a matchmaker in their state, they're quite happy to send to the matchmaker in the state, and then the matchmaker will send it on to us. So we get information sort of by the back door that way. There are one or two commissions that are very, very hostile to us. I don't want to say them. There are some commissions that send us an amazing amount of data. There are some commissions that send us the bare minimum amount of data. It's a whole spectrum, but I would say most of the big commissions are very, very good. It's only a small amount of commissions with a small amount of data that I think we really need to see some improvement on. So Joe, say he's had his hand up for a while.
Yeah, just real quick. You've got a list now that says approved and rejected fights. Is there a public record? Is there a record of showing that for each individual boxer? The reason why I ask that question is because I have a lot of promoters who promote in one state or another state back and forth, and they like to get a fight going no matter where it is. And it would be good for us commissions to know that another state rejected a fight for the reason, but I'd like to see that to be part of the boxer's record of the rejected fight.
Yeah, we can do that, can't we? Then that's a good idea. Yes. Thank you. Can we carry on, or do you want to stop? Yeah? Would you like to ask? Yeah.
And providing the MMA and the boxing database, we have a lot of fighters that switch back and forth between Muay Thai boxing and MMA. Is there ability to show the suspensions from the MMA system and the boxing? Because sometimes a fighter is not going to necessarily tell you if you don't do a lot of research on him. To find out he's suspended somewhere else, you could be allowing him to fight on suspension.
Well, obviously, I can't speak for the MMA database people. I did speak to Mark Batter about it, and he's very happy for us to work together to exchange information. An API is a technical term for an applications programming interface, and basically it's a protocol which says, have you got some data? And we'll say, yes, we've got data. We give us that data, yes. And this is a two-way street. So we can say to their system, have you got data on this file? Say, yeah, it's suspended. And they say to us, have you got data? And it's a protocol. It's an exchange system that we use. And we also use the API for various commissions around the world. A commission map around the world will have a website, and it'll have a list of their boxes on the website, and it may even have their suspensions on the website. But underneath, it's fed by BoxRec. You never know that it's BoxRec feeding it, but it's fed through the API. So some commissions want to show what they've got, and we're happy to push the information up to them, and that's live information. Thank you very much for your time.